action!
You know what we're here for.
Drunken
We've
asks.
explained this.
I still have
repeatedly.
Have more.
And yet. We have questions from the internet. Specifically, I have questions from Tram the Ram.
Ooh, I didn't get any questions from Tram today.
I'm
glad you did.
Questions from
Wonderful.
Tram. Our first question: is there a thing, a TV show, video game, book, etc., that seems like it would be perfectly suited to your taste, but you just can't seem to get into it?
Oh my god, there's so many probably.
There are a number, I'm certain.
Like my friend Leah keeps trying to get me to watch Owl House, which everything I've heard about it, I should love. And I just have yet. I mean, it even has Wendy Malick as like one of the voices. Like I watched the first episode, sort of I could not pay attention, but immediately I could pick out Wendy Malick's voice because I used to watch that much of just. What was that show? Just Shoot Me. Just Shoot Me. Yes, loved Just Shoot Me. But anyways, I was like, oh, I know that voice. And I feel like I really should like this show, and I really want to watch it, but I'm having a hard time getting into it. And there's been lots of books. Like it took me 3 times trying to read Wicked, the book. I hate the musical. It took me 3 times trying to read the book before I could get into it. And then I finally did, and then I got really annoyed because I read all of the other books, and then like they all seemed like they were leading up to something, but then they never went anywhere. And that pisses me off. Anyways, yeah, what's your answers?
I know that there are things that I feel like I should be able to get into, but I can't think of any of them right now.
I'm sure that there are, because I'm sure there's things that I've told you that you need to like read, watch, etc.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of like TV shows and movies and stuff, and I'm trying to think of any of them. Yeah, I don't know. I'm drawing a complete blank.
I'm trying to think if there's anything that I'm like, Devin, you need to watch this. I mean, there's smutty book series that I want you to read that you haven't read yet, but that's fine.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you would actually get into those or not, but they're good. Alright, well, we can go on to the next question if you're having a hard time.
Yeah, because I'm drawing a blank.
That's fine.
I'm struggling on that one. Next one, is there a book in reach, and would you flip to page 47 and read a random line from it? Let's see what we have down here. These pages are not numbered, so I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use...
This one is not... This is technically like a journal thing.
Oh, wow. I opened right to page 47 on this. That's amazing.
Whoa. Go, baby.
This is a full option train, my dudes. A fully luxuried out. This is the Luxus of fantasy trains. Gilded features, posh interior. Is that a shag carpet? Yes, it is. Good eye, sir. I am Hudson, your engineer. Welcome aboard. We're happy to have you here. Hudson, elf engineer. Anyway, that would be Murder on the Rockport Limited by the Adventure Zone.
Okay. Mine is, as I said, it's the Everyday Amenti journal. It's I picked it up like last year, and I have not gotten very far in it. But I was gonna try and be introspective this past year, and did not succeed. So this on page 47. In the Book of the Dead, the weighing of the heart is the soul's final judgment, and if the deceased could justifiably answer 42 specific questions known as the 42 negative confessions of Ma'at about how their life had been lived, they could have the choice to pass through the paradise, reincarnate, or if they perfectly answered, become a star. The ultimate destination as the eternal light that fuels the growth of the living universe.
So basically there's an exit exam on life.
Apparently, at least
according to the Egyptians.
According to the Egyptians.
All right.
I don't know how I feel about an exit exam. I mean, I don't even know how I feel about like, an exit interview and once one leaves a job. So,
I mean, at least there's a benefit to answering questions from mods.
I suppose that's true.
All right. Next question: if you could have a custom candle made that would make people feel a moment, what moment would that be?
If life were only moments. Even now and then a bad one. If life were only moments, then you'd never know you had one.
I'm sure you're quoting something I don't recognize off the top of my head.
Moments in the woods, into the woods.
Oh, okay.
First a child, then what is it? First a, I don't know.
If I could have a candle that made people feel a moment, it would probably be the moment when you get to hold and kiss somebody who you've been missing for a long time.
Aww. They're such a romantic.
Mwah. What about you?
If I could make a candle that would make someone think of a moment. Whereas they're romantic, like my brain is torn between like full on slut, like the best sex ever moment, and like greatest achievement moment.
Capricorn says what?
Capricorn says what? Yes. This is the dichotomy of my brain, and it comes out exponentially when I have had alcohol. Anyways.
And then last question. You have been promoted or demoted to a god of inconvenience. I appreciate the recognition that our personal levels of divinity may be different.
I have definitely been demoted to a god of inconvenience.
I have been transferred to another appointment. I have been transferred from another department due to my dealings in other situations. If you've been promoted or demoted to a god of inconvenience, what realm would be yours? Example, god of holes in socks, god of funny bone hits.
Oh, mine would be goddess of missing step-by-step information.
Oof.
Because that is my life right now. I may have been promoted and demoted at the same time recently.
Mine would be god of bad internet connections. Where it just like spins and spins as though it's loading, and you're like, oh my god, am I back on dial-up?
They've been transferred from the Department of Puns.
I am here for the punishment.
Anyways, is that all of your questions?
Those are all my questions.
All right, I have two more questions. Although I suppose I should refresh this and make sure I don't have more. But no, it's just still these last two. Okay. So the first one is an anonymous, and the ask is, what is a promise you have made to yourself recently? And then in parentheses it says fuck resolutions. So what's a promise you've made to yourself recently?
Promise I have made to myself recently. Promising that I would be better at remembering to take my meds when I wake up in the morning.
That's an important one.
Yeah.
Yeah, a fair one. That's a good one. That's good.
I mean, like I have other things I want to do better at writing more consistently, but
yeah, fair. Promise I have made myself. I'm gonna try really hard not to let people, like, completely walk all over me and take advantage of me. In a bunch of different ways, but yeah. It's mostly, like, not specifically my current job, but, like, in general, the way that I pick up a lot of stuff that other people drop to keep everything moving. And so I feel like sometimes people take that for granted, and I would really like them to stop. So I'm gonna try to not do it as much.
I think that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. My other question is, from hiding under chairs.
Hi, Paige.
Hi, Peach. What you do on Christmas Day, and what's for dinner? So I'm gonna let Devin answer the what's for dinner part for sure, because they're in charge of dinner and gave me the grocery list. But I actually don't know what it all means. I feel like my camera's doing a focusy thing. It keeps like, so I hope it's not when this is actually like.
We all struggle to focus, camera. Get your shit together.
It's a little bit fuzzy around the edges.
Aren't we all? So, I mean, basically, we don't really have big Christmas Day plans.
No.
I'm going to make dinner. I'm going to make a roast, and I'm going to also do like a roast, possibly like a roast honey gochujang carrots.
Oh damn! Fuck, that sounds good.
And
Okay.
Mashed potatoes, and mashed potatoes, and then make gravy from the roast. That's my plan. And then we've got Hawaiian rolls.
I'm gonna be delightfully stuffed on Christmas Day. That is my plan. You may take that however one wishes. Whether that's stuff from that food or...
Anyway, yeah. Any other questions? I think that's all of the questions we have.
I think that's it.
So,
Do we have a comment from the peanut gallery over there?
Wah, 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 wah. What's that? We can have the rest of the Chex Mix? Alright. Have a good time zone, internet.
Yes, happy holidays, everyone. We'll be back next year with more drunken asks, I'm sure.
Yes.
Mwah.
Mwah. Good night,
Bye.
everybody. Or day.